chase out the city after Kenny.
I've been spending some time thinking, was it worth the admission ticket I paid for when I went there? You know, the first time I heard about it, it was during the 2017, or I believe 2018 festival, when Drake was introduced as the surprise guest. And surprising enough, everyone booed him off stage.
If you want to keep going, I will keep going tonight. What's up? If you want to keep going, I will keep going tonight.
This year was different. It was the first time in a while where I started making a little bit more adult money, and I thought, you know what? I have the time, I have the energy, and I have the money and the funds to afford this trip. I think it's time for me to actually go this time. Was Camp Flog Gnaw worth it? At least in 2024. First, I found out the prices when I bought tickets in June. These prices were not cheap. These are festival tickets. They're gonna be a little bit more expensive, you know, compared to Dreamville, compared to Rolling Loud, compared to Coachella. This event seemed like a good below all the other means. Now, getting there was a bit tricky because I was staying at a hotel in San Gabriel. But keep in mind, this is my first time going to Dodger Stadium. So I thought it can't be that hard, but I've also heard friends and other people I know talk about Dodger Stadium and how much of a nightmare it is to get out.
Imagine traffic not so fun to be leaving Dodger Stadium. It's always bad.
So I thought, okay, maybe I'll just get the hotel, San Gabriel, take the Uber, and it'll be easy. No. It was a bit stressful. I took the Uber from the hotel. For one, it was $35, so that was already like, you know, okay, we're pushing the price a little bit. But when I got there, GPS signal became horrific, and I didn't know what to do. And the driver tried to drop me off at Elysian Park, not Dodger Stadium Park. Elysian Park, which is the park below the actual stadium. So I had to complete the trip and ask him very politely, can you drop me off in front of the gate? And we did. He did as best as he could. Now, regarding like environment, like settings wise, there was a good amount of visual aids to help you like look around and like figure things out. Considering it was my first time going, I didn't know where the bathrooms were. I didn't know where any of the stages were. It's easy to figure out because in the stages, you have basically 3 tiers. You have Camp, you have Flog, and then you have Gnaw. Basically, like Camp was like the main performers, like the bigger stages needed.
Sing.
And then Flog was the tiny stage, which my complaint was you have to walk almost like from Gnaw, which was on the right side, more like the medium-sized stage. You have to walk maybe half a mile to get there. And if you want to rush to see another performer, you have to rush back.
Down with the shit, drink this, smoke this, down with the shit.
The festival forced me to look at new artists and think I should listen to this group. The first people I saw was Latin Mafia, and they were really good. I also saw the Marias. I remember I had other friends talk about the Marias, and I thought like it was just one of those like indie group bands that would like sing softly for like an hour. And for me, sometimes like it just kind of like sounds like a big blob of like lavender and like rosy imagery. But no, this group was good. Of course, Tyler is always going to be a top tier, S tier performer. This is the first time he performed Chromacopia live in front of a audience, and of course he's always going to like be excellent at it. He's always going to be incredible. And like the whole crowd, the whole energy, everyone just kept focusing on him, and it really made the performance way better than any other person could do. Like, I mean, you could go to a Taylor Swift, you could go to a Drake.
I got too much drive on a tear, but I got a big old head. I ain't like these niggas. Don't put me with these niggas. I can't keep with these niggas.
I saw Omar Apollo. I saw the Kid, both at the same time, like around like 4 p.m., 5 p.m. at like sunset. And whoever designed the production for like the visuals and the background, like it was just amazing. But like since the Kid, she was just like dreamy. She did Kate Tronada. I forgot the song name, but the one that did it together, it beautiful. Kate Tronada. I saw him in San Diego, and I saw him like I think 3 weeks before Camp Flog Gnaw, and people need to dance more. I think probably top 3 performances was probably Blood Orange, Kate Tronada, Tyler. No particular order. I did really like Schoolboy Q and Daniel Caesar. Like Schoolboy Q, I didn't really listen to him. I knew like Collard Greens because of that meme.
Smoke this, drink this, straight to my level. Watch this, no tick. Yeah, I'm the nigga gang rap, Xmas.
That set, it was terrific. Like it was insane how much a tiny set. Like it was underrated. Like he was at the tiniest stage, the Flog, and I was like thinking like I thought he was bigger than I feel like he could probably like run the camp stage or like Gnaw stage outside the realm of like ranking. Eric Andre 3000, his set was just like life-changing. Like his performance was so chilling and it was so like mesmerizing. He pulled out like 40, I'm not joking, like he pulled out like 40 different types of instruments, and all the audio was so primal and like has elements of like tribalistic sounds. Very, very classical, not even like jazz, but like that genre of like wind music where it's just so beautiful. Like you sound like you listen to like poetry written by nature. Now food, my wallet suffered. I'm just gonna read to you what Golden Voice said on my credit card. I'm just gonna read it off. I have $24.54. I'm pretty sure that was the Chinese food I bought. $16.42. Wait, make a guess. What kind of dish was it? What kind of meat? It was lemonade. It was lemonade with strawberry. I have, honestly, not a bad deal. MF Food. Like MF Doom had like a little diner, and it was like finger foods, but it was actually not that bad of a deal. It was $20.67, which honestly, like for a festival, came with burgers, it came with fries, and I got sauce. Not bad, but it's still pretty horrific. And then last we have probably the worst deal I've ever bought in my life. $44.90 for 2 pupusas and an horchata. My ancestors are just crying right now. They if they heard how much I spent right now for the food and the ingredients it takes to make, they would probably disown me. They would probably not even consider me part of the family. And it wasn't that I wasn't trying to eat. I was starving. Sometimes I was starving. I was dying. I was dehydrated. There were water stations, don't get me wrong. But there was a strict policy about how you're not allowed to bring in any bottles that already have liquid in it. So you basically have to chug down the entire bottle before coming in. I did that with electrolyte, and the bathroom break I needed after was pretty bad. I needed to go. Finding the food at certain locations was a nightmare. My cousin told me, hey, you should try these chicken wings from this specific company. I told him, okay, I'll find it. But then when I couldn't get connection, I was texting them like, hey, what's the booth called? What's the food called? Couldn't find it. Wouldn't know. So I tried to use the app, which, remember from earlier, it's legible, but efficient-wise, wasn't too great. I was looking for this specific brand, could not find it. I could not find this damn booth with the chicken wings. I didn't know where to go eat. I just thought, like, where's anything? I didn't know where any food was. I couldn't tell where anything was. So I just went to different booths. I saw orange chicken pizza. Okay, I'm gonna buy it. Bought some pizza, and they put some honey on it. I don't know what company did it. I'll probably figure it out later. But the food was good. It was delicious. But these festival prices need to stop. I understand that a lot of the people who go to these festivals are little rich, kids from like private high schools. I'm not a rich kid from a private high school. I went to a public university. I still have student debt. Make the food cheaper. I don't want to die of starvation. Okay, so most important thing is the festival, eating side. How about getting out? What are we doing to get out? There was a tricky way to get in and out. It was only like 2 entrances. There was, the entrance coming in from the Elysian Park, and then there was one going out. At one point, when the first night, you leave the park, everyone's storming out. Everyone's walking out. It's a huge crowd. I'm not even joking. Thousands of people. There were no buses ready. They were not on time. And my friend and I, we thought, well, we need to get to Union Station, because she had to take an Uber back to her, a friend's apartment. And then she said, I need to go to Union Station. So I thought, okay, I'm just gonna walk her there. I'll take an Uber from there. The walk was, not gonna lie, kind of fun, but kind of horrific considering everything else. There was thousands of people walking to the station, and I don't know what bridge it was in the freeway. I probably need to have some help. But it was connecting Dodger Stadium to Chinatown, and it was like March of the Penguins. Like everyone was walking along that bridge, trying to figure out like where's the Uber gonna take us? Where's the Uber gonna pick us up? It was pretty fun, not gonna lie. But considering that it was like around 12 midnight and you're walking from 12 to the station through a Chinatown, I saw like $5 parking. I saw restaurants. I saw that one famous gas station, Figueroa, I think, or Cesar Chavez, where for some reason it's like $3 more than any other gas station. I had a good time. At the end of the day, it was really fun to connect to people from all over the world, literally. And I made a group chat. It was like CFG, and we're still texting right now. Seeing so many people come from like Atlanta. Some dude drove like 12 hours from Atlanta. Some dude came by Connecticut, and everyone in the group chat was like, I'm flying from here, I'm driving here. That was probably the most fun part of everything. Meeting all the new people, seeing all the different performances, meeting all up, thinking like, okay, we all listen to the same music, we all listen to the same culture. I think every dollar was worth it. Every event, every performance, maybe except Playboy Cardi, was worth it. Maybe the merch, I bought a $50 t-shirt. It was fine. I think it's a memory. It was a cornucopia from the listening party. I don't care. I had a great time. I still think about it, and I really hope the next year when they release the lineup earlier, this time I hope, it'd be even better than last year. So I'm really happy I went, and I don't regret any dollar I spent on there. If you enjoyed the video and the commentary, please subscribe, leave a like, tell your friends about it. We're gonna start slowly building back the channel. We're gonna start talking mostly about like movies and music. I'm gonna try to do more like commentary pieces. I was very inspired by FD Signifier. I'm enjoying his videos a lot. I love his videos, if anything. And we're gonna try to build a style with like commentary, social critique, and we're gonna see where that goes. But thank you so much, and I'll catch you next time.